All right, we're back. Judd'z Budz episode 184. Wayne Gretzky plus Freddie Gaudreau minus Johnny Merrill. Wow, that was math, baby. As always, your host, Spokesy, joined by my good buddy Isha. Isha, how we doing?
Oh, Sean Costco's going to be disgusted with that one.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good. Been just obsessing with Joe Thornton lately, watching highlights, clips, him tearing up, reading the lines next to his son at his hometown hockey rink with the junior team. Yeah, man, it's been a fun Hall of Fame week. Let's just say with Zdeno Chara, with just so many great, with just such a great class this year. And when Big Joe is involved, it's just a media storm. So talked to Alex Stalock today too with Joe Smith for Fellowship of the Rink, and he had a couple good Joe Thornton stories for the podcast too. So yeah, that's been my day, working and just Big Joe.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, Hall of Fame game, Hall of Fame weekend's always good. And this weekend, it was especially good. Obviously, my guy, Big Z, going in. Leafs fans being forced to kind of cheer for him. Someone like Alexander McGillney getting in. All combined, and obviously Jumbo Joe and many others, but combined with the Leafs absolutely puking all over the ice 2 games in a row, getting shit kicked by both the Bruins and the Hurricanes. The Hurricane games specifically was one of the most shocking hockey games I've ever seen, ever. It was stunning watching how bad they were in the second, third period. I think they pulled their goal with however many minutes left, and I don't think they had a single shot attempt or shot on net. I can't remember. But, just absolutely nothing going well in Toronto, and realistically, the only guy they have out right now is Tanev. So I'm doing the thing now where I'm just like listening to Toronto media, and it's just making me feel good. But
you didn't move your desk, by the way.
I know I was going to, then I was too tired, literally every single day, so I didn't do it. So I'm like trying not to yell into my wall.
I'm going to have to tell Hoppy, he just has to be on the shelf until Z moves his desk, because I don't want to miss it. I don't want to miss the big day.
It is, literally, last week, we got, halfway through, I was like, I'm yelling into this wall right now. My roommate's probably like, the fuck is going on up there? But that's all right. That's all right.
I mean, I had a bunch of fights that I had on the outline, but we actually have a lot to talk about. So if you guys do want to watch some hockey fights later, I do have a couple UK fights. And dude, I thought this fight was from the 90s. It was that crazy of a junior hockey fight. So I have some teed up if you guys are feeling the mood later, but I know there's a lot of wild stuff to get into, so we probably should jump into that.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's jump right into the wild. Since we last jumped on here, of course, why would my computer not freeze as I'm pulling it up? That would be so weird if it didn't do that. Let me go back again. Try that one more time. Play, what was it, 4 games since we last did one of these?
Yeah,
2,
this
1, and
schedule,
1.
by the way, I know we knew it was going to be crazy going into this season, condensed schedule, and especially prior to the Olympics, but it is absolutely insane. I'm pretty sure the Wild lead the league in back-to-back games as well.
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, it's insane. Let's see. Was it? Yeah, it was 4 games. Sorry, I had the wrong schedule up. I was like, this isn't right.
2002.
That being said, 3-1. Overtime win against Nashville, 4-3 loss against Carolina, 5-2 win against the Islanders, and last night's 2-0 win against Calgary. I mean, 2 things jump out right away, obviously. Matt Zuccarello is back.
He is so back. Oh, my God.
That goal
Dean-like play was unreal.
Yeah, I mean, back with a bang. Him and Kaprizov obviously playing together again, and the goal that Kaprizov scored from, I mean, just the tic-tac-toe between the legs, like it was just like, oh god, they're doing
Joe
things.
Smith says they do a bunch of that stuff in practice all the time, and everyone just rolls their eyes like, you guys aren't going to do that in a game, and then like boom, they go and do it in a game.
So top 6 for now seems like basically sorted out. And then obviously tinkering throughout the rest of the lineup. But the other big thing is last 2 games, the 5-2 win, or not 5-2. Yeah, 5-2 win against the Islanders and the 2-0 win against Calgary. Jesper Wallstedt is looking dialed right now. Yeah. Specifically that game last night against Calgary, they got outshot by like a million. Wallstedt made save after save, including a couple of half breakaways. And I just fucking love how fired up he gets every win.
Me too.
Like, I love it. And I don't think every once in a while, like I'll tweet one of those videos and someone be like, just worry about the game. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Dude, like,
this is part of the game.
That's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, exactly.
He just did it. 36 save shutout against Calgary. Almost getting doubled up in shots. But either way, dude, very happy. He's been pretty much all the games that he's started. Like, I mean, obviously, like the whole team was a complete shit show in front of him his first few starts, but specifically those last 2, he's locked in, looks great. And a lot of the things that made him so good coming into his draft year. And then since then, just the style we talk about, reading the play well. And I mean, like killing plays too, like, especially again, last night against Calgary, there were times where Calgary just had him hemmed in and they're getting tons and tons of shots. And there were a couple of big time plays where he just froze the puck. And let them get the change, but he's been last 2 games very good. And now the tweets that I'm getting sent at me every time I say anything nice about him is like, he's our starter now. I'm like, well, they could probably feel better about being like a 1A, 1B situation type thing. I don't know if we're all the way there yet, but I mean, last few games, Gus did look a bit shaky. Again, it's hard to really throw a lot on the goaltenders though, considering, I mean, like, again, the last few games have been better, but the amount of just shelling that they're taking, like, it's hard to put a ton of them, but like, I mean, Gus has let in a couple real stinkers. But I mean, at the very least, I think they can feel comfortable if they have to lean on Wallstedt for a little bit here while Gus gets his game back. So it'll be interesting to see. With the schedule coming up, by the way, is about to be a motherfucker.
They have like 2 more winnable games. If you even want to call Anaheim winnable games anymore. Can you?
I mean, every game's winnable. The good thing is they're home at home the next 4. They've got San Jose tomorrow, which that's the closest thing you can call any of these games for the rest of the month, I'm pretty sure. Super winnable. Like, you've got San Jose tomorrow. Then you have 3 days off, which feels like a week in this condensed schedule. Anaheim at home Saturday, followed up the next night by Vegas. Then 2 days later, you got Carolina. And then you're on the road at Pittsburgh, at Winnipeg, at Chicago, and then you've got a back-to-back at home against Colorado and Buffalo. I mean, when you just look at the schedule in like the last 4 or 5 games, you know, they've won obviously 2 in a row, 4 of their last 5, I think it is. So like they're turning things around a little bit. And again, now that you've got Zucarello back in the fold, we'll see what the deal is with Middleton here. I think they said he was sick.
Yeah,
I guess
he's sick.
Which, by the way, last night, very funny that Damon Hunt and David Yurchek were a defensive pair.
Amazing.
It was great.
Which Hunt, I liked it. I liked him when he was with the Wild the first time, and I'm liking him here as well. And like, what a guy to have sat out a month, right? Sat out a month, comes in and is seizing the opportunity for like to put it lightly.
Yeah. So I mean, he's got what now? He's played the last 3 games. I mean, against Carolina, like, again, that game was a bit of a shit show.
The first period was a shit.
First period was insane.
Yeah, and then it just became like Jack Lemaire hockey, but not for the Wild.
Like, it was just like one of the few players that I was like noticeable for positive reason was Damon Hunt. He only finished that game with 9.5 minutes, but last 2, obviously his minutes have taken a big jump up. He played 16.5 against the Islanders, recorded an assist, and was a +2. And then last inning against Calgary played 13:55. Part of that probably is playing with Jurček and just being on the third pair. So obviously he's going to be like his minutes aren't going to be there, but like he's looked good all 3 games. Like the kid can play. Like we said this when
he's NHL
they
level.
traded him, when they made the trade for Jurček and he was included. Like it was like on one thing or on one side of it was like bummer losing because I'm a big fan of Damon Hunt, always have been since he was a Moose Jaw. But like he was just a kid that looked like he should be playing NHL games, and especially I went back right before after they reacquired him this year, just going back watching his like AHL tape from last year in the Columbus's organization. Like he looked ready. So obviously
he was ready before. Like I thought he was ready before he got traded for the NHL. So it was unfortunate that he didn't get a year with just some reps with Columbus, but you know.
Yeah. And I mean, like, you know, because I think when they made the trade to reacquire him, I was telling Hoppy, I was like, on one hand, I'm happy to have him back. On the other hand, I'm like, if he ends up just being like their 7th or 8th D, like that sucks. This kid should be playing NHL games. And like, is he just going to be sitting in the press box like for another fucking year and getting the occasional game? Like that blows. So either way, very happy that he's been able to finally get in the lineup and he's been good.
Do you think that he forces Jurček to just not be part of this team moving forward?
I mean, I don't know about like the long-term thing, but like if I mean,
they got them both now. So
I know, right?
Like, okay, like if one pans out, then sick. Where we drafted them doesn't really matter at this point. It's who can play.
Well, I think right now Damon Hunt's more suited for what they need someone in their bottom pair to do. Like Jurček, if he does hit, you know, close to what his potential could be, like he's not like your bottom pair defensive defenseman. Like he's got offensive upside. He can defend. Like he's just this year I'd have a hard time judging much of like, or at least saying how confident I am in like how much that we've seen so far as like who he is. It's just been a shit show.
Yeah, high ceilings, low floors, all like season pretty much.
And I was actually thinking about this, just like generalizing it out to like the whole idea of play the kids instead of like continuing to just keep playing. Like, what's like the conversation of let the kids play up in the lineup versus like what they've been doing, where it's like you have these kids that look like they could be ready for a sniff, but you've got so many of these contracts and so many of the veterans that you've like locked up again. I just don't know if guys like Ogren or Jurček or whoever, I don't think they've been put in a situation with the players they should be to be shielded. Like also if you call Liam Ogren up and you put him on your 4th line, you're not getting what you are ever going to ask for from Liam Ogren. So I gotta think that it's more like the conversation in general, just like with the prospects and the young players that they have in Iowa, or just like young kids that are ready to play right now, like even like a Yurov or whatever. Like I just don't know if the mix has been right specifically this season, and it's kind of just like complicated with like some of the contracts they've got in the older players. But I mean, again, last few games been better. I would imagine once Middleton's back, wouldn't be. I mean, they recalled spot check. I think Russo was saying though it's probably more like insurance if Middleton's not ready to go or something. But I mean, at this point, I've liked David Hunt. He can give them what they're asking for in a bottom pair guy. So he might just fit what they need right now more so than Jurček. And if like Jurček continues to just keep making the same mistakes over and over again, then he's kind of forcing your hand as far as like maybe he's not ready yet. But I kind of wonder if it's also just the thing where they haven't really been able to find the right situations for the young players anyways. But either way, positive from Damon Hunt last 3 games.
Yeah, I've liked him. I mean, Spacek getting the next like call up as insurance. I mean, he's earned it as well. I think he's like 3rd in freaking scoring, 3rd or 2nd in scoring in Iowa right now. Like he's up there. Yeah,
it was interesting too.
I don't think he has a single goal, but he's got like 7 assists. He's got like 7 assists or something like that. And even just defensively, like he looks good. His skating looks good. And look, I doubted him compared to a lot of the other prospects that they had on the back end. So I'm pleasantly surprised, and I'm happy that I was wrong. He looks looks like a player.
I'm just pulling it up now because I went back. So I mean, like obviously the start of the year in Iowa was once again looking absolutely awful. Last few games they play a lot better. They're still
their
like letting in too
acquisitions,
many goals.
their recent acquisitions have helped, right? Reacquisition of Mayhew, and then that Swede.
Yep, and
Oscar Mayhew's got 4 goals, dude.
Olausen or Mayhew?
Mayhew's got 4 goals.
Yep, 4 goals in 8 games. I really like Olausen. I think he's looked really good in that top 6. He's got 5 points in his 7 games in Iowa. Caden Bankier's played really well last couple games. He's got 5 points. Ogren's like some of the goals that Ogren's got 3 goals, 2 assists, I think, in 8 or 9 games. But even some of the chances that aren't ending up in the net, he's looked. I mean, like that's where he should be, like playing almost 20 minutes a night, top power play unit, and just playing more than like NHL 4th line minutes. He's obviously getting like just nothing doing that. But I've also really liked Carson Lambos last few games. He scored a fucking snipe the other night. Was that last night? I guess it was last night. But he's looked really good. And yeah, like you said, Spotcheck's got 6 assists in 12 games. Here's the thing, like Iowa, they don't score a ton of goals. They're scoring a more goals now. At the beginning of the year, there was like basically 0 offense, and they're still letting in too many goals. Like their leading point getters are Jean-Luc Foudy with 6 points and David Spotcheck with 6 points, both in 12 games. Like that's where they're at. So it's kind of like there's a group of like 10 or 11 guys that have anywhere from like 6 or 3 to 6 points. So we'll see if they can kind of like keep as many of those guys down there and playing, but they're starting. I'm just watching the last few games.
They're starting to have an identity a little bit, whereas like we didn't know what they were, because like some of the veterans it seems like are dialed, and some of the prospects are starting to either pop or start or in like Height and Hate's case, like just starting to get their feet, under them in the AHL. So
yeah,
I've been watching a lot of the games, and I've been like happier with the not drastic turnaround, but like the obvious turnaround with some of the changes. I mean, goaltending has to be better too for the team. Like it's not like it's just the lack of offense. Like Levi's not been good this year either, and Cal Peterson is. I don't want to be rude, but he's been a joke.
Good thing you weren't rude.
Anyways,
so I mean, going back to the Wild though, how are we feeling overall about? I mean, again, this is going to be a fucking tough rest of November here, but how much of the last couple games are we feeling is sustainable? How much of it still is going to be a major concern? I mean, again, like you're going into at least these next few games are at home, but like San Jose on paper,
does that matter?
It might be a winnable game, but like Celebrini is at the top of the league scoring. And then you've got Anaheim coming in. Leo Carlson, my boy, he's top league scoring. That whole team is looking unbelievable. They're so fun to fucking watch. I was literally sitting on my phone last night just watching the game in bed. And I was just like, I was getting fired up. This hockey is so fun,
man. I mean, some hockey games can put you to sleep, don't get me wrong, but like if I watch any of like my favorite sports, like while I'm like, I'm just gonna watch this as I go to bed, especially if it's fighting, like I ain't going to bed. Like someone gets flying knee in the face and I'm sending it to Mateo and everybody,
Only you, Billy. Let me get in bed and throw some fights on.
Well, it's because I'm so because like I watch about 30 hours of it every weekend, and I'm still have to catch up with about 20 on Monday and Tuesday. So it's like there's only so many hours in the day, and I can't not watch every league because then it stresses me out. So I gotta watch them all. Speaking of the fight fans, what's up, Reaper? We're having a hard time with the big boy teams. He's a New Jersey fan. Good to see you.
Yeah, I mean, and you've got the big boy teams coming up here. Well,
you asked me, do I think it's sustainable? Based off just that sample size compared to what we've seen in the beginning of the season, no. Do I think Zuccarello coming in and the lines being shifted the way that they were, like with the offense the other night, do I think that makes them better than they were, even if they regress a little bit? Yes. So I'm excited to see more of Tarasenko because I think he's quietly like playing better than he was in the first couple weeks. I know like there's still not a lot of goals, but like, hey, if we only get 15 goals out of him, but he's still like not making any mistakes and he's still like contributing in the other areas, I'm fine with him. And maybe the third line does get going a little bit more, and Johansson's on still a heater, so let's keep him in the top 6 and see like, you know, how his chemistry continues to develop on that second line. Yeah, I think the scoring is going to get a little bit better than it was. It's just the defensive breakdowns, man. And it's cliche, but man, this Wild is only put together for the most part like one good period in games, and yeah, they were able to win against the Flames, but I would say that the better game against the Islanders, as they were still leaking shot opportunities. And I don't know. I hope Gustafsson gets a little bit better than how he's been playing right now. I certainly don't think he's been the problem, but if he can even just steal a couple for them down this stretch too, it's surely going to help the guys' confidence. Now, I don't think they're like, they've lost confidence in him by any means. They're not like playing that way. They're not getting frustrated when he lets in goals, where like the Edmonton Oilers perhaps are feeling a little bit different. You can see it on their faces when, you know, Stuart Skinner lets in another one. It's kind of like, all right, here we go again. But I would be lying if I said I was confident with them going into this stretch here.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that I look at right now is like, I'm honestly especially with Zuccarello coming back, Boldy and Eriksson Ek looking pretty good last couple games here, obviously, and getting reward, like Boldy getting reward for it with goals. I'm honestly less worried about the forwards. Even like, obviously, he didn't end up on the score sheet last night somehow, but I thought Marcus Foligno was really good against Calgary. And he again, same thing with Trent. Like Trent yet again, like he might never score again. But I thought again, like for what his role was against the Flames last night, I thought he looked better. It's more so gonna be, I think, probably figuring out just like the defensive side of the game and like ironing out these D pairs. Again, a lot of that's going to depend on health and someone like Jake Middleton getting his game back. It was interesting seeing William and Faber paired up. I think they played like at even strength. I think they played like 14 minutes together, and I think the underlying numbers were so, not great, not bad. But like, I think they're still having to like figure out exactly what they want their D pairs to be and what they can get the most success doing. Because like they just have to eliminate these scoring chances. Especially that's going to be the big problem when you're playing like Macklin, Celebrini, Will Smith, and company against San Jose. Every fucking line for the Anaheim Ducks right now is hot. And like this year, and this is what I was going to talk about the Ducks too. Like it feels like they've got their like mix of veterans, like the correct veterans to play with these young kids.
Yeah.
Like Chris Kreider's been a fucking animal for Anaheim. He's been ridiculous this year. And I was like shocked just looking at like how effective Jacob Trouba's been. Like he's been really good. But I mean, Anaheim's like scoring well right now. You've got Vegas the next night. Like it's going to be a motherfucker.
Oh,
and I think the problem is like, they're still just giving up too many scoring chances. So like, that's what makes me worried. And obviously, like Carolina and then Pittsburgh, they're scoring. Winnipeg, Chicago, like it's like the offensive firepower that they've got literally every game for the next month.
Yeah,
it's going to be a big ask for a defense core that's still just like bleeding too many chances.
Yeah, because November 26th is Blackhawks, 29th is the Sabres. Before then, it's just, Avs, Jets, Pittsburgh, Carolina, Knights, Ducks, and then obviously tomorrow we got the Sharks. But
yeah, so it'll be interesting.
And then another long road trip. Right after another long road trip out west again. You got Oilers, Flames, Canucks, Kraken. Like, are you kidding me?
On the bright side, apparently the Oilers are fucking horrendous. So,
oh, bro, did you 9? Like, well, that's why I brought him up earlier. Like, every time they let one in, dude, like the forwards were losing it. And it's like, if you like, it's been 3 years now. I know you're going to I know you're obviously going to defend your teammate. I would too. But like at some point, the body language for the world to see, like, I don't care if it's another 1B or backup goalie. Like you just can't have Stuart Skinner in there anymore. It's over. Like it is over. That was the nail in the coffin. I
mean, their defense has just been fucking horrendous. Like, the amount of chances they give up too, like it's insane to me. But whatever. The Wild have a few weeks before they have to worry about that. But
Zucarello's the savior. The Lizard Man is back. We're good.
Yeah,
the Lizard King. Sorry.
And then I mean, on another positive here, I think they've killed 11 or 12 penalties in a row. That's shocking. And they started taking more penalties too. Maybe they just need to take more. That's the thing. I was laughing because someone put out a graphic. It was like expected goals. It was like expected goals against on the PK versus how many minutes you're on the PK for. And the Wild were like by far the fewest penalty minutes and like the worst.
Oh yeah.
Like, maybe it was just like goals they're giving up, not even expected goals, but like they're just like.
I think it was in the Athletic because my roommate brought that up too. Actually,
I was dying laughing because like the Bruins live in the penalty box at this point, but their PKs are pretty good. So they were on like the positive side of the map, like all the way over here, and then the Wild was like they're basically never on the PK, but if they are, it's gonna go in. And it's like they were on the other side. I was like, oh my god, I can't. Like, this is too extremes for me. Like this is nuts. But hey, right now I think it's 12 in a row that they've killed. So I'm sure that's it. They fixed it. They're never going to give up another goal on the PK again. So there you go.
Things are getting better. What are the Wild giving up to get Jordan Kyrou, Ogren, and a second might get it done right? Do the Wild want Jordan Kyrou?
I think every single team in the league would love Jordan Kyrou. I think Russo is saying that they have. I mean, I would imagine every single team is looking at a Jordan Kyrou acquisition. It's going to be pretty expensive. I think he's fucking awesome. I don't know what's going on in St. Louis. Like, he's locked up long term.
I don't get it either.
Like, for what? When we saw him at his best that year that him and Thomas both went off and ripped off like 80 or 90 points or whatever. Like, we know how good this kid is. I don't know. Even last year, he put up like 70 points.
He's at over 70 points 3 years. 3 years in the National Hockey League, he's at over 70 points. 75, 73, well, and 70, and then 67 in between. Like, yeah, you just... And it's not like he's having a bad year. It's just nothing's really going right for the St. Louis Blues right now. He's still got 5 goals, 9 points. Yeah.
They are bad.
I did not think that they would be bad this year either. I didn't think they were going to be great. I didn't think they'd be bad.
They are very bad, and they can't get a save.
But anyways, Hoptics said Ogren in a second gets it done. Do you think? I think it probably has to be more.
I think he put the in all caps right question mark as like a right.
right.
Yeah, it would definitely be more. I think I saw somewhere else too. I think it might have been Drager was saying that like he doesn't think the price like right now he doesn't know how many teams are actually willing to give up like an actual king's ransom for him. But I think that's nuts. I love Jordan Kyrou. I mean, he can score. He's fucking quick. He's got sick hands. Can make plays. Can score goals himself. I'm a big fan of Jordan Kyrou.
Well, see, I'm not surprised with Drake saying that because like, what is every like team calling gonna say? Like, they're gonna try to get him as cheap as possible. That's the other GM's job. So they're gonna be like, oh, so like, what's going on with him? You guys, he's not giving him a lot of minutes. Like, there's clearly some. So like, they're probably the GM's calling are probably just lowering the value. They're probably talking a little bit as well. Like, oh, okay, like.
I don't know what's going on. Like it's crazy to me that like that's the player that's getting like benched right now in St. Louis. I mean, maybe I don't watch enough.
Yeah, I mean, there's clearly just something going on there. It's obviously, I mean, again, I shouldn't say obvious. I truly don't believe that it's like to get like warranting like a benching, but clearly both sides are not on the same page, and maybe the St. Louis Blues are going to be open to, I'm not saying not accepting a good package for him, but maybe not expecting or not. Yeah, maybe they're okay with not bringing back a king's ransom, as you said. But like, again, still a solid package is needed. But if they think like, look, if we can get good pieces back, that helps shake things up for the positive. That's worth it for us rather than having, again, I don't know this, but something ruffling up the locker room even more if these two sides are not wanting to do business together.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, again,
I'm fucking long-winded tonight. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired.
No, I'm just like trying to go through some of the other reports that I was looking at earlier. Someone put up like the Habs are just waiting for the goal. I was like, if that would happen, I'd throw up and I'd die.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I will throw up on stream, right? Like,
it'll be interesting to see what they would expect to actually get for and what the actual ask would be. I don't know. I have no idea. I wouldn't imagine that they're just gonna like if they do end up moving him again. I don't think this would just be the absolute wrong time for them to do it anyways. So I don't expect this is like some like impending thing that's about to happen. I would be shocked if that was the case, to be honest with you.
If it does, then it just goes to show that like, oh yeah, something was not okay between both parties, and then that will just be fun to speculate until someone talks.
Yeah, but I would be willing to give up a healthy chunk of change for him though, because especially when I look at the Wild right now, like when you look at like the offense, they could definitely use some more speed too. So, tons of teams just need more speed. That's where the game's going anyways. But I don't know. Again, I would be shocked if they were close to moving on. I'm sure they're going to be listening. But I think I saw Frank Saravalli the other day tweeted out like basically the message from Armstrong and the Blues is like, we're open for business pretty much up and down this lineup right now because like it's gone to shit.
Yeah, because it's not working. So
nothing is working.
Yeah. Dude, he was so nasty. I remember on that 2018 World Junior team. Like I don't know if he led the team in points or not, but he had like, God, I want to say he had like 9 or 10. But he was just one of the best. I don't even think he got like top line minutes. I think he was like second or third line on that team anyways, but he was one of the standouts.
Yeah, he's just.
I was so surprised he was a second round pick. I thought for sure he was going. Well, I mean, 2016, I guess had some pretty big names, but yeah.
It is just interesting how anytime the Blues go through a rough stretch, it does feel like Jordan Kyrou is the first player that ends up getting benched. So I'm like, why? How is it Jordan Kyrou? Like, I would say every fucking time. Like, it ends up being him. I'm like, this feels like the wrong player, but whatever.
Maybe like I said, I'm hoping because there's not enough drama in the NHL. I'm hoping that there's something spicy that comes up because of it. Right. Anything else wild, or should we jump to? Huh?
I think we can move on from the Wild. Just do more NHL stuff here. Where should we go first? Well, actually, quickly,
let's veer off to Russia quickly because this is absolutely insane. Record-breaking 19 sponsors on a single jersey. HC Torpedo sets the KHL record with, again, 19 sponsors on this, now atrocity of a jersey. I was joking to some of my friends in the MMA community. There's a league in Poland, that allows temporary tattoos. And so these fighters will walk out just head to toe, even over their tattoo. So if they have like a dark tattoo or like those like just colored sleeves, they'll have like a white name of something sushi in Poland or whatever. There's like Umi sushi in Poland that every fighter has. And that's where my mind went with this. Not everyone can get that Putin money. Not everyone is Dynamo Moscow. Not everyone is SKA. Just thoughts.
It literally looks like. It looks like
worse than the Swedish league.
Oh, significantly worse. By the way, I'm pretty sure I don't know if he got traded since then, but like Vlad Firstov plays for Torpedo, by the way. So your boy,
my goat, my goat.
It just looks like someone that just got premium Canva subscription and is unlocked all of the possible like designs and graphics, like the logos or whatever, and they put them all in one background, and then just said, "Done."
This was literally Hoppy and I for our first draft streams, putting all the sponsors on the thumbnail.
I'm just waiting for them to like get the go ahead that they can add to like the pants or socks. Like it is like that is shocking.
They got one on the pants.
Yeah, I think like they're only allowed to do one.
They capped it.
They're like, all right, this is enough. This is insane. That might be the worst jersey.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Or
not even a good
weirdly
like.
the
It's not
best.
even a good logo. I feel like the logo was designed to fit into Tetris in more spots.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.
Dude, I swear, look, they literally made this so that they could fit sponsors on the jersey. Oh, well,
It's like
I hope they're making a
it's the
pretty
worst.
penny.
It is the
Oh.
worst thing I've ever seen. And weirdly, I think I might need one though. I think I do need.
I know. Like I was saying, like this is not the Spengler Cup. Like this is the KHL.
God.
Oh man, you know what's kind of like what's sad about it is like they probably need all these sponsors to even survive when there's teams like Dynamo and that Chinese team in the KHL that just have fuck you money, billion-dollar owners, or like I said, Putin. Oh man. Anyways, now we can get to NHL. This was just absolutely insane.
That thing is awful. Well, first one that we have up here, a little trouble in paradise in Philadelphia with Matvei Michkov. There was already a lot of talk coming into the year. He came in out of shape and did not start off the season well whatsoever, including some comments. Someone asked Sean Couturier about it. I think we have the clip up. Here it is. Someone asked Couturier about it. Yeah,
he's a great goal scorer and has a lot of skill. I think you just got to find a way to contribute to helping the team win in other ways when you're struggling. You're not always going to be scoring goals every game. So, I thought I've seen improvement in the way he's, not cheating as much and being on the right side of pucks. And, I'm sure it's a little different for him, but, if he sticks to playing, more the right way, I think it's going to be better for the team overall.
Have you sensed a weight off his shoulders a little bit after scoring that goal in Nashville and then tonight as well?
I think so. I think you can tell tonight he was trying to make a lot of plays with the puck, holding on to the puck. I think he's definitely, feeling good about himself. I think it's...
Yeah. I mean, again, the Philly's bit of a shit show just in general right now anyways, but obviously last year has a real nice season, 26 goals, 63 points in 80 games, and then this year through 15 games he's got the 3 goals and the 8 points. I mean, this has been a conversation about Michkov before he got drafted, and I mean, like, one of the reasons that he even, like, you could say fell to 7th overall for Philly to be available was obviously like the Russia thing, but like another big part of it was like he's an undersized winger who is pretty reliant on offense and didn't really have a ton to offer or contribute defensively, so there's always a thing. But like, I mean, we've seen the offensive upside again. He put up ridiculous numbers last year in like a not great Philly team. So the talent's
and
there.
He scored some nasty goals and some crazy plays, and just seemed like he was confident, like just playing his game last year.
Yeah, it was interesting too. I think because I was listening to Kevin Kurz talk to Jeff Merrick about it earlier. Kevin Kurz writes for the Flyers for the Athletic. It was like, I think, who was he talking about? Sanheim was mentioning like last year with Tortorella, we didn't really have like an actual like system or whatever. It was like, so now that talk comes in, he's like putting in a defensive system. I think obviously it's a lot for Michkov, like the kind of player that he's been forever. It's always gonna be tough adjusting. So it's really, I mean, obviously again, like he's got to show more commitment to it. I think the comments from Couturier like aren't even, they didn't sound crazy. Like it would have been nuts for him to just be like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. He's been like, it was pretty benign. Like, yeah, it's great when he's scoring goals. We know he can, but he's just gonna work to contribute. And he's like, he did mention like, and I think the last few games have been better and he's trying. So like, I don't think the comments are crazy, but anything in Philly is always gonna get magnified. So, but it's up. I fucking love Matt Michkov. I love that. He's very fun. And again, like last year, he was fucking awesome. And I mean, right now, pretty much right now, it's just like the fans, obviously, you're pissed. I'm sure they were expecting some kind of a step forward this year from like the team in general. Not really getting a whole lot of that. They haven't been like horrendous, but I think when they're bad, they are bad.
Is he going to be the new Nikolai Zerdev?
Oh, I don't.
Who just will be like falling asleep on the bench, get woken up, jump out there, laces not even tied, score the nastiest goal, escape back to the bench, and just look at the coach and be like,
"What do you want me to do?" Yeah, as long that's better than like a was it Sergey or Andre Kostitsyn?
Oh,
who just changed
Sergey, dude. Oh
the-
my god, dude. I've never seen Laviolette so angry in my life.
the greatest line change in the history
Oh
of sports.
my god. You know what? I always cheered for the Kostitsyn brothers until I heard they were both just pieces of shit and just piece of shit humans. And then B, I saw that from Sergey and I was like, whatever, screw him. And Andre, I don't know. It was cool that they were on Nashville at the same time for a little bit. Or maybe it was, because Andre came over after he played for Montreal. I think they were like some of the only like the last good Belarusians in the NHL. But that was an all-timer. Just give up. Don't even skate up. Just try to change. And Lavi just screaming at him like, no.
Was it Laviolette?
Was it? I'm positive it was. Oh, maybe it was.
I don't know. I think it was Trotz, but
Trotz was probably maybe it was Trotz. You're probably right.
Either way, that had to have been. I mean, the fact that Roman Josi had to eat a dash for that, it's like he had to jump over the boards when they were already like 2-on-1. It's like, okay, well, that sucks. Greatest line.
I remember watching that game like live. So I think they were playing the Oilers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It had to be Trotz still.
Legendary. Just a legendary change. Love it.
I'm watching it right now.
Yeah, it's great. But anyway,
Terry Trotz having a fucking nightmare.
We could probably move on from Michkov and all that. The Edmonton, we did touch on that earlier, so I don't know how much more we have, but like it's shocking to see just how much they're giving up. Like the goalies can't buy a save, they can't buy a save, but also some of the rush chances that they're giving up are legitimately unbelievable. And it's always interesting when I look at like the underlying numbers don't even look that bad, but then you like watch it, like holy shit, it's like this. Well,
Edmonton put together that decor, man. They drafted and kept some of their big name guys. I mean, it'd be impossible to probably move Nurse, but like they have themselves to blame on building that defense and then just putting no reliable goalie at this point behind it. Like Stuart Skinner's a 1B man and a backup. Like, and it's getting shelled for 9 is just
in Edmonton.
Oh my god, yeah, in Edmonton. And I mean, the simple fact that Connor McDavid only has 5 goals too is just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he still got 22 points, something. I don't know if he put a point on the. They're down 2-1 to Columbus right now, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy just looking at like the standings with. And again, I don't really know how much more we want to do on Edmonton, but like they can't buy a save, they can't stop rush chances, so that's never great. But it's just funny looking at the standings now with like the young teams actually taking a step forward, specifically in the West. Like, I mean, even Chicago now is third in the Central. Ducks are first. They're 11-3-1 in the Pacific. 9-1 their last 10. And I mean, realistically, we can just transition into talking about like the Ducks are back. The Ducks are back.
Quack, the Ducks are back.
Now that I said that, they will immediately lose like 10 in a row. But I mean, Leo Carlson, my boy, my draft son in his draft year, 25 points, 15 games. He's close to the top. I think he might be. McKinnon put up, I think, like 9 points in 2 games. So I think he might be second in the league in scoring now. But he's looked great. Cutter Gauthier was one of the guys that I was like, I'm not sure if you're looking at some of the rookies last year who put up big numbers. Like he scored 20 last year, and I was like, he might be prime for like maybe not a complete nutter sophomore slump or whatever, but I wasn't sure he'd be able to like really go much more than what he did last year. He's already got 11 goals in 15 games. He's got 20 points. He's second on the team.
Dude, Troy Terry too. What a start.
He's just been good. He's got 19 points in 15 games. He's one of the few guys that's been there for a while, and it's just like pretty much been producing at like a 60-point clip, 50 or 60-point clip the last like 4 or 5 years.
He might put up a career year this year. That's what I'm saying. He might put up 70, 80 if he continues this pace. Yeah,
he's on a tear right now. Beckett Senek, like he is scoring at a ridiculous, like I mean, not a ridiculous clip, but like watching them play. They scored 2 last night, 2 really nice goals last night. He's fast. He plays with pace. He plays mean. He hits. Like he's just such a like Verbeek pick So again, I think we called on the stream that he went third overall. But I mean, he's been really good. McTavish has got 11 points in 15 games. I was curious to see what the start of his season would look like given like the contract situation. Jackson Lacombe continues to do his thing. He's not putting up crazy points. He's got 6 points in 15 games, I think. But
yeah, but
he's just a stud. But Zellweger's got plus 11 in 15 games. Like all the young kids are coming through right now, and obviously they're getting the goaltending. So,
dude, there's like hardly anybody is a minus on this team, and if like it's insane.
Yeah, and I mean, so Lucas Dostal, 8-3-1. 2.6 goals against and a 908 save percentage. I think now, like realistically, the league, like if your goalie's putting up like a 905 in this league right now with the scoring, how ridiculous it is, that's like probably fine. like it used to be like the 915 was like the goal or whatever, like a solid cutoff. Now it feels close to like 905, just given how much fucking offense there is. But I love watching the Ducks play. They're like must-watch TV at this point, and like some of the goals they score are just ridiculous. But for me personally, more than anything, just seeing Leo Carlsson break out. Like, I mean, he put up good numbers last year on a really not great Ducks team. Like 20 goals, 45 points in 76 games. So I'm obviously a big Leo Carlsson fan. Love the kid. So it's just nice seeing him really break out right now. I hope he continues. He's not going to be like a 100-point guy probably, but I mean, he's on pace right now for a ridiculous season. But love him. Love watching him play.
There's so many young guys who are now just like legit NHL players, not just NHL players, but like top NHL players, and they're like all under 25. Shit, man, they're all under 24. Like it's just,
they're fun to watch.
The cap couldn't have gone up at a better time.
Yeah, that's the thing. So, I mean, Leo Carlsson's going to be one of the next guys up to be paid. So he's looking like he is about to fetch the bag.
If he puts up like 70 or 80 points this year, like, hello, fucking 13, 14, $15 million.
Boy, it's going to be nice. Good for them. God damn it.
And hey, quickly, point per game as well. Minnesota Wild favorite, Michael Granlund. 8 points in 8 games. Let's go.
Hoppy's favorite player. Sunk.
Jesse Pierce's favorite player. There you go.
And then the only other NHL league-wide thing is just seeing the young kids produce. Like before, fucking McKinnon went and put up 9 points in 2 games. Top of the leaderboard for points. You got Leo Carlsson 25, Connor Bedard's got 25, and then Celebrity's at 24.
You see that nasty pass, like through the legs pass to himself, spinorama play by Connor Bedard as he evaded a check and then just like went breakaway and scored. Like
he's a freak.
He spun around the guy and then passed to himself through the legs and then just like had a center lane dash to the front of the net and scored. It was insane.
He's sick.
Again, like him and Celebrini can like very different type of hockey players, but like just that pure offense and like quick little moves like that Bedard can pull off. Like that's that shit we saw in junior where that was the reason why he was able just to skate around little kids out there, and he's doing it the same to like not only grown men, but like the best of the best on the planet. So I know a lot of people are having doubts, being like, oh, like he's not the guy that we thought he was. Well, it's like, well, like it might take him a few extra years to cook because he's small, but like he's looking good here a couple years in now.
Yeah, I mean, it was always so weird to me that people were all over him.
I think people just had very high expectations, and those same expectations are going to be on McKenna too now.
Right, and yeah, we'll talk about him in a sec, but like, it was just so funny to be like, I was like, what's the biggest thing that we're harping on like Bedard for? It was just like
not putting up 100 points in his first season. That's it.
Well, it was also just like the catastrophic plus minus, and I get that, but it's like, brother, that team that he's on, it was his second year in the league, and like
Uzi was maybe the second best player on the team.
Yeah, and they were so bad. It was just like crazy, like how, like to me, like just like how much flack he was catching. I was like, okay. Like,
and then the Corey Perry stuff too. Like, oh my god,
that was great. But I mean, either way, like, he is
goddamn.
Yeah, what's he got now? So he's 9 goals, 25 points in 16 games. And hey, he's a +10, so everyone can like relax about the plus minus thing. And yeah, he's 21. Like, I don't know what the deal is with like just like carving him, but he is off to obviously an incredible start. But the one guy that I really love, and like I was curious to see what his rookie year last year, how he would do in San Jose, but Macklin Celebrini is already like climbing into like one of the best all-around players in the league territory. I mean, that San Jose team last year was hot garbage, still put up 25 goals and 63 points in 70 games. This year he's up 10 goals, 24 points in 16 games, +7, playing 20 and a half minutes a night. He can do literally everything.
Oh yeah, he's half the time as good or better than every team's best player. Like, again, doesn't have the resume. I know some people might hear that and be like, "Oh, he's no McDavid, no Sidney Crosby." I get it, but like right now, this season, when he's on the ice playing those teams, he's as good as those guys. Like it's insane.
His release too, like that was like. It was always interesting, like coming into that draft year or whatever. He was at the top of the list, obviously, and rightfully went first overall. It was like he doesn't really have any weaknesses in his game, but like the one thing that he could do that was like terrifying is just the release, whether it's his one timer or like how quick he gets the puck off, like the snapshot. He can shoot off both feet. Like he's unbelievable. When I watched the game, the San Jose Colorado game, like last weekend or 2 weekends ago, and I think he put up like 3 points in that one. But one of the goals that he scored, it was just like. The puck was maybe on a stick for a tenth of a second. And like he's off balance and out of fucking torque that he can just generate is absurd. But like, he can score goals. He's so good as a two-way player. He's still right around 50% in his faceoffs. Like he's legitimately just like a perfect hockey player. And he's becoming one of my favorite players in the league. Like I fucking love watching Macklin Celebrini play hockey. And I mean, good for Will Smith. He's also point per game right now. Like that was another one where we weren't sure when he came into the league last year if he was ready to go play in the NHL. Got off to a slow start, and then finishes the year with 45 points in 75 games,
almost 20 goals too, 18.
Yeah, and I mean, he's obviously. I think he's just in the right spot. I think he's probably more suited again to play in the wing, probably with Celebrini. Just given like the frame and just like his style, but. Between those two, they've got Eklund. They've got, I mean, Misa obviously gets drafted this past year. He's coming along, more of a long-term guy. But, God, they are fun to watch. They're still going to be, I mean, they've went on a little bit of a run here. I think they're just outside the playoff bubble right now, maybe like 1 point or so. But, I mean, 7-2-1 in their last 10. They've won three straight. So, like, we talk about the wild schedule coming up, and it's like maybe you look at like the one game that you're like, we got to win this one, or like it should be right there, and you should win this game. I mean, San Jose might just be as good as you right now. They just might be. Like we saw that first game, right? It was like a fucking complete and utter shit show. And then obviously it was very funny having them in OT literally have the puck for 3.5 minutes straight, and then Celebrini jumps over the boards and tucks because naturally. So we'll see what it looks like on, I guess that's tomorrow, but very fun team. But overall, it's very cool seeing how many of these super young guys are coming in and are just like kind of taking over the NHL to a certain extent. So big fan of that.
The slapper himself, Will Smith.
Oh my God. That is, well, that's something. Let's see. Any other league-wide things we wanted to talk about here? Let's see. Oh, I mean, the only other thing before we go into the prospect stuff is the Montreal Canadiens. I'm an idiot. I don't even know why I doubted them at the start of the year. I think they're going to have a period of like cooling off. They've won some games like by the scruff of their neck, obviously, but like Ivan Demidov.
It's crazy that like Line is not even a factor to that team. It's like if he's there sick, I've
literally forgot. I forget that he's on the team.
Well, I mean, he's going to be out for 4 months now, so it doesn't even...
Right.
But, like, how crazy is that? And I know he's kind of had a fall from grace, but, like, still an effective player. It's like Patrick Laine is just a third liner for this team, just some extra scoring because they are absolutely buzzing right now. And, yeah, it's it kind of makes me sick, but like again, I like a lot of the young players on the team. So like I'm rooting for the young players. Awesome to see Alex Newhook have a bounce back season, and like obviously like won a Stanley Cup with the Colorado Avalanche, but had like, you know, didn't have a huge role with the team, but still put up 33 points in the regular season that year. You know, played a decent amount in the playoffs. Upon like going to Montreal, I thought he was gonna like with a little bit of an elevated role. I thought he was gonna come like pop a little sooner, but like it seems like this year is that year, and he's still like relatively young, 24 years of age. So I was a BCHL guy that I got to see. Like I think I watched him play like 80 games when I was going, because he played for he played Victoria, and I went to college there. And so I just had the absolute pleasure of watching him just tear up the BCHL. So always rooted for him. And again, it makes me sick that it's with Montreal, but like I'm stoked that he's having an awesome start to the season too.
Yeah, I hate my life because Montreal is just really fun and everything. And like similar discussion with Celebrini, just like one of the better all-around players in the league. Nick Suzuki leads the team in points, 20 goals in 15 games.
Stupid.
He fucking rules.
I always like when I think of some of the best players in the league, his name doesn't come up, and it has to. It should start coming up, because even last year, 89 points. Like, are you kidding me? And this guy like barely ever gets injured. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4 straight years, 82 games.
Yeah. I mean, just an unbelievably solid all-around player. And like the last couple of years, the offense has taken off, and he's continued that this year. Cole Caulfield, 12 goals in 15 games. Demidov's got 13 points in 15 games. Lane Hutson, I begrudgingly love this man. Just it's only the Montreal thing, which makes me not want to love him, but I can't help. Like, he is so fun, and I just like that someone like Lane Hutson comes in and makes everyone shut the fuck up about undersized defensemen, because he is just watching him and Demidov and Caulfield and Suzuki on the ice at the same time makes me throw up. But it's so fucking fun to watch. And like, again, hate the Montreal Canadiens, love all of their players individually.
I hate that Gallagher's still a fucking menace and still just doing his thing, whatever.
The Bell Center right now. Oh my God, that barn it was incredible for the playoffs last year. And this year, obviously, like they're first in the Atlantic, first in the East, I think. First in the East.
God, I can't even
that
imagine.
Barn, and the way that they're winning games too, so many of the games they're winning with like late goals or overtime winning goals, and like unbelievable plays, like crazy setups from people like Demidov or Hudson, and then like finished off almost every single time by Caulfield, because he's got like 6 more goals than the guy with the next closest. But that barn right now is fucking rocking, and I wish I could enjoy it. I mean, I do secretly, but like I also just can't all the way. I can't get there all the way, but like I love the players individually, and I like just like loud, out of control barns. So Bell Center is rocking right now, and that team is one of the other must-watch TV hockey teams in the NHL right now. And I mean, they've even like filled out their lineup too. Like they draft Oliver Kapanen a couple of years ago. He's been awesome this year. I think he's got like 10 points or something like that.
Yep.
And then they picked
6 goals.
They picked up Zach Bolduc, and he was solid when they brought him over. He's just like such a perfect middle 6 guy. He scored some big goals for them. Can give you a little bit of
22 as well.
Dude. Yeah, all these guys are young. Like, the whole team's
under
young.
25.
Yeah, Slavkovsky, after like a slow start, is like his rookie year, probably shouldn't have gone right to the NHL, but like
2
since then,
50 point seasons.
He's really fucking good.
Yeah.
It makes me sick.
He's
I
a
hate
big
it.
fucking boy too. So
big motherfucker.
Yeah.
But yeah, more young teams, more young players. Just
man. Fuck my dude.
Yeah,
0 points, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, benched, sent down to the AHL. He's just not had a good. No one's having a good time in St. Louis. So
I think like I saw that and instantly retweeted like, this makes me so happy, and the amount of likes I got, I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think that's it for NHL stuff.
Bro, the fucking Bell Center playoff tickets are going to cost you literally an arm and a leg to get in.
Oh, God, yeah. All right, what do we got? Where do we start?
Prospects.
Prospect stuff, baby.
Smart scouting knowledge here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. I mean, the obvious place to start is there was a showdown this past weekend. Two of the big dogs in college hockey, Michigan State versus Penn State. I'm telling you right now, Michigan State is like by far and away the best team in college hockey. They're obviously number one in the country for a reason. Coming into this weekend, Penn State was number 3. McKenna had a hot start the first couple games. He still makes a ton of plays and he a ton of stand-up plays. But this series, Michigan State just put the absolute fucking boots to Penn State. I think the first game was 4-1, and then it was 5-0. In the second game, Charlie Stramo put up 2 goals and 2 assists and was all over the ice. And both games, though, absolute fucking war. Some of the hits that were getting thrown, it was like peak college hockey.
Yeah, let me try to find some. I saved some of them earlier, so
there were some. I mean, it felt like every time there was any extended offensive zone time and then the goalie froze the puck, there was a scrum after every single fucking whistle. There was a big boy hits. There were some the closest thing you can come to a brawl in college.
But I was just gonna say, I watched it. I have it up here. I'll share on screen in a second. But what was annoying, I was just like, man, this is where I'm like, oh yeah, I fucking love college hockey. Fucking love college hockey. Then I'm like, god damn it, it's not junior, because in junior we'd get some fucking scraps, dude.
But let me just make sure I have the right numbers up here. But yeah, Michigan State is just terrifying right now. They're getting scored from all up and down their lineup. And as much as I love guys like Charlie Stramo, he's playing with Porter Martone. Martone's been fucking awesome for them. I think it's technically their third line. But they have a line of Eric Nilsson, who is one of my favorite players in this past draft class, Riker Lee, and then I think it's Anthony Romani. Is that right? Or am I making that up? But when they're on the ice, they have the puck the whole time. They're just some of the plays that they're making, they're doing they're going Globetrotter mode every single time they step off the boards together. It is incredible to watch. So they're very fun. They just have such a well-balanced fucking lineup, especially the forward position. Yeah, the first line, Daniel Russell, Charlie Stramo, Porter Martone. The second line, it's just Caden Lindstrom, 6'3", Shane Van Zaghe, 6'2", 220, Gavin O'Connell, 6 feet. Then the third line, again, which is just Globetrotter mode, you've got Romani, Nielsen, Riker Lee, and then the fourth line, which is just absolute junkyard dogs, Nathan Mackey, Tiernan Shouty, and Tony Ministo. Unbelievably fun hockey team to watch up and down the lineup. Colin Ralph transferred over from St. Cloud. He's been really good on the back end. Maxime Sturback, top right shot D. He's been a stud. Their whole team is clicking, and it is easily the best team in college hockey. And again, they kicked the ever-living shit out of Penn State this weekend. Actually, I guess the first game was 2-1. It did not feel like that, but it was.
Okay, I got it. I found it on Instagram. One second. I'm just going to refresh it so you can see from the start. Oh, shit. All right, never mind. I didn't know there's music behind it.
This was Michigan, Wisconsin. That was a
war.
Shit.
This is in the wrong one. Never mind.
I was going to mention that one, too, because that was a fucking... They were kicking the shit out of each other. Both games this weekend, too.
I think the other one was deleted from Twitter because I saved it, but now it's gone. So anyways, wrong team, but there you
go. But either way, so just kind of honing it back in with the Wild prospects. Charlie Stramo's been fucking amazing yet again. Off to a really, really good start. I mean, I guess it's not really a start now. It's 10 games or so. I think exactly a point per game. I think there's only been 2 games.
No, he's
register at least one.
Stramo's 10 points in 8 games.
10 points in 8 games. That's what it is. Yeah, there's only been, I think, 2 games this year. He hasn't put up at least 1 point. But he is, for Michigan State, just like last year, doing literally everything. First PK unit, first power play unit. Obviously, he's a beast in front of the net. Super physical, hits everything that moves. But the one thing that just because of how physical this fucking weekend was, I was like, he didn't do anything dumb. At Wisconsin, when he wasn't really getting a ton of playing time and things weren't going well, you could see the old Charlie Stramo come out where he would just snap and just take a brutal penalty and thrown out of a game. But he has honed his game in so well. I mean, we've talked about this before about just after last year, especially or even just like as the year was going on, he was producing, getting those top 6 minutes. Like he isn't just like a future fourth line guy. Like he could probably be third and contribute. Again, he's going to kill penalties. He's going to like chip in some secondary offense. Like, listen, long term, he's not going to be like a top 6 NHL guy that you're like leaning on for offense, but he's got a ton of skill. He moves really, really well for a kid his size. And he does have some offensive scoring touch. Like one of the goals he scored on Saturday, which is like off the rush, deceptive shot from distance, and he scored. I think the other one was maybe been an empty netter, and then he obviously added 2 assists. But I love just the way that he's played since getting to Michigan State. A lot of that just happens to be the fact that like he's getting those minutes. But and like people I remember last year were talking about, is it just the fact that he's playing with someone like Isaac Howard? Like, no, Charlie Stramo does a ton of the work, especially just like turning pucks over on the forecheck, sustaining offensive zone time. He just gives you a little bit of everything. And again, you can put him on your PK, you can put him on your power play. He's a factor in all 3 zones. So he's just continuing to develop at a really, the past 2 years, like is exactly what he needed to do here, and what we wanted him. And he again, just given how big he is, like the speed that he has is pretty deceptive. Yep, there it is, absolute rip off the rush. But yeah, he was again obviously really, really good this weekend. And even in games when he's not putting up points, he's obviously doing a ton for them, playing anywhere from like 20 minutes a night, playing really solid defensively, and again, just like creating turnovers, disrupting plays, like stopping the rush. He's just giving them a little bit of everything. So love Charlie Stramo, and how he's been doing over at Michigan State.
Net opportunity. They'll send it up ahead. Here's a chance. There goes Russell. Stramo all alone. The dagger.
Yeah. So again, obviously they lean on him pretty much in any situation, whether it's a late close game. Obviously he's going to be on the ice defending a lead. If they're chasing a goal late, they're down 2-1 or something in the game, they're throwing him over the boards. Like he is just their go-to guy, or he's one of the go-to guys for them in any big situation. So big game player, big situation guy. Yeah, no, he's just been great.
Who else we can highlight here?
Yeah, I'm pulling up my prospect sheet. Let's see. Okay. May as well just do a quick roundup, I guess, now I think about it. So just CHL, Adam Banach continuing to do his thing. That Brantford team is really, really fun. They're first in their division in the OHL. 4 more points this week. He's up to 31. Playing right around 20 minutes a night. He actually played center left. He's been going back and forth between like first line right or left wing, and then sometimes he'll be like second line center. So again, like long-term NHL projection, probably just looking at the size, probably more of a winger, but watching him make plays, like how deceptive he is, like whether it's just like little things with like head fakes, shoulder fakes, dipping the shoulder, like creating passing and shooting lanes for himself or teammates. He's just been a beast. So he's been great. Again, that's 31 points now in 17 games. I think I talked about him last week a good amount, but Liam Ambadovsky, the kid they drafted this past summer, he is just so fucking fun to watch, dude. I fucking love this kid. Playing on a pretty average North Bay team in the OHL. But last night in a 6-5 OT loss against Sarna, he put up 2 more goals. And like the first one he scored was just like off the rush, keeping like attacking wide. I think this is actually the one right here. We can play it.
Ambadovsky looking to build speed against Young with a chance.
Oh, just the fucking how quick he can go.
You look at
backhand to forehand.
Ambadovsky play as he
I thought it was backhand. It was so fast.
To his forehand and then beat goaltender.
Jeez.
Yeah,
that was nasty.
But when he's like really flying around, like I think it was last week specifically, he really did the thing where like the shot generation. Because again, this is a kid that just plays 1,000 miles an hour, insane motor, nonstop, all over the ice. It's just so like just such entertaining hockey, but obviously does have that like soft touch. And specifically on that goal, just going like backhand, forehand as fast as he did. And then to go short side shelf, like he's been great. So he got a couple more points this week. So now he's got, let's see, he's up to 10 points in 17 games. And again, like 60 shots on net. So he's starting to he's just like ripping the pill. And then a guy that I mentioned last week as well, Carter Klippenstein, the WHL. It was like, this is an Isha type of hockey player, a big boy, plays center. One of the game, he had points in all three. I think he's on a 3-game point streak now. First game this week, this past Wednesday, Gordie Howe hat trick, goal, 2 assists with a fight. And I think it was after like he kind of just like maybe chopped the goal a little bit and just like wanted someone to come challenge him because he wanted the Gordie Howe hat trick. I was just, like after the fight, he was like, "Thanks, bud." It was great. But he put up points in all 3 games this week. Again, just play meat, potatoes, simple hockey, but like he does have some scoring touch too. But just plays a pretty, I think he's got like a high floor if he makes the NHL. Like he can just like, you just know exactly what you're going to get from him. I think the skating's taken a step forward too. So he's up to 11 points now in 15 games. So like the 5-point week that he had obviously helped him take some steps forward here. And then the other CHL guy, Chase Woodsky, the goalie, got traded to Moose Jaw, which is a significantly better situation. So he played 3 games this week, won 2 more, including last night, played his old team Red Deer, made 34 saves on 36 shots, got the win, and was named second star of the game. Earlier in the week, he made 25 saves on 27 shots in a win against Calgary. He was first star of the game. So really nice week for him, obviously, with the 2-1 record. 1-time first star, 1-time second star. He's just under 3 goals against and right under 900, which junior hockey for goalies in the CHL, like you're not ever going to have a goalie putting up like a 940 unless they play for the London Knights. That's pretty much the only situation that's like possible.
Like even Kelowna with how much you're still not.
Yeah. So that's CHL guys. And then just a couple of college, Ryder Ritchie. He just looks really good. And now they're like kind of mixing around their lines. Cole Eisenman obviously out with injury right now. But he put up a goal and assist on Saturday against Merrimack. That takes him to 4 goals, 10 points in 11 games. I think he's starting to use his shot a lot more, which is nice. Kind of now just like he's got a ridiculous release. As they continue figuring out exactly what that top 6 is going to look like, they're going through a little bit of an adjustment here. But he's obviously looked really good, pretty much noticeable every single game. He did, like, I think he snapped, like, last week. Like, put up, like, 12 pins in one of these games. I think he was like, fuck this. He was just angry. But, yeah, obviously a dual threat. He can make plays, can score goals himself. And now that Cole Eisenman's out, they're going to need him to start scoring some more goals, too.
Well, that's good for his development, too. I mean, I'm sure the Wild, they're like, all right, their scouts are probably like, okay, let's see what he's got now that he's like one of the primary scorers on that line.
Yep. Either way, looked really good for BU, who got off to a bit of a slow start, but they're starting to play some better hockey now. And then I just want to mention 2 other college guys. Ricky Lorenz is fucking awesome.
We talked about him last week.
Yeah. So I think this is his shorty.
Oh, what? Dude, what a goal. Short-handed, too. Oh, my God.
Yeah, Denver had a big weekend. We'll wait for the audio to cut out. Yeah, this was a shorty, but they went to Western Michigan, swept Western Michigan. They won 3-1 on Friday, 6-3 on Saturday. In that 6-3 win, Ricky Lorenz did score that shorthanded goal, also added an assist. He was +2, blocked shot. Playing in their middle 6 and then just like getting the occasional looks on like their power play or whatever, but playing just like, again, like he had the 1 year, his sophomore year, with like the stats really jumped off for him. Just since then, he's been used pretty much more as like an all-around player, not like a go-to guy necessarily for offense, but he's put up points, I think, 2 of the last 3 games, maybe 3 in the last 4. So now he's up to 7 points in 10 games. And like Denver's a very different team than we've seen the last few years. Like a lot of those kids went and are now in the NHL. So they're getting like pretty balanced scoring throughout their whole lineup. But Ricky Lorenz, again, he's just being used heavily on the PK and just like a lot of kind of like even strength, like just all around hockey. He's not, again, necessarily lean on for his offense, but some of the goals that he scored this year, I think like last weekend we showed the one where he had a penalty shot and it was filthy. Yeah. So I mean, this is a kid with a ton of skill and he's got a great shot. He's just never, like, other than that sophomore year, he wasn't really even putting tons of positions to like showcase the shot or whatever. But like even that sophomore year, I think he scored like 3 short-handed goals that season too. So like he's shown that he can be like a really well-rounded player. And he does have like that offensive upside too. Like you saw the skill there. And again, that's on the PK where he goes and like wins a race to the puck, stick lift, gets body position, and then just dekes out the goalie. But Denver's going to be interesting to keep tabs on here. They're still top. I think the pairwise came out today. I think they were top 5 or 6, I want to say. But big weekend, obviously taking down Western Michigan at Western Michigan in both games. Lorenz has been a stud. He's averaging right around 16 minutes per game. Again, 7 points plus 7. He's just playing all around really good hockey. And then the only other one I wanted to mention, we talked about how rough of a start to the season it's been for Minnesota. They've just had a motherfucker of a schedule, and Jimmy Clark is hot right now. He is fucking awesome. Assist in the first win, 3-0 against Notre Dame. Saturday, 4-1 win against Notre Dame, put up a goal and an assist. Yeah, and the plays that he's making on these, like, I think on that assist, he literally goes in, wins the puck of the forecheck, knocks it loose, finds Brody Lamb out front, and goes shelf. The goal that he scored himself was a beauty. Like, he's just playing really, really solid hockey for them and like giving them a little bit of everything. Again, the thing with Jimmy Clark is he's such a fucking dynamic passer. And he's just an incredibly smart hockey player too. So there you go. Goes on the forecheck, knocks the puck loose, wins it, throws it right out front for Brody Lamb for the assist. I think he's on a 3-game point streak now, so he's up to 8 points in 12 games for Minnesota, plus 3. He's also got 12 block shots. He's just been a stud. Again, playing up and down their lineup. Last year, the start of the year, we saw him in that top 6 playing with like Matthew Wood, and was like obviously producing a ton. And then as the injuries poured in, they like had no one that could do anything in their lineup. They threw him pretty much everywhere. That release was ridiculous, by the way, on his goal. It was funny too, like right before the assist that you just showed too, like the announcers were just like singing his praises, and then he jumped over the boards and like immediately creates an assist. So it was great, but he's been really good in Minnesota with a much needed sweep over Notre Dame after a motherfucker of a start to the year.
They've been getting spanked left, right, and center, and then they needed that big time. Yeah,
but he's been really fucking good last few weeks, obviously. So shout out Jimmy Clark.
I know not a wild prospect or anything like that, but a big shout to their goalie that they brought in this year as well. Mm-hmm. He's been playing really good.
Right. Yep. I think that pretty much does it for the prospects. Oh, actually, I don't think I should have actually sent the link myself. I forgot. Ryan Healy for Harvard scored.
Oh, I got it here, I think. By the way, big shout to Minnesota Young Guns. You guys are awesome. Boom. Here we go. Oops. A little
toe drag.
Oh! Well, I gotta hear the announcers for this one.
On the other end, here is Healy. He makes a move. He shoots. He scores.
Dude.
Yeah, but that was a fucking crazy game. I think Harvard went up at one point like 3-0. Colgate came back, and then Harvard retook the lead. But first goal of the season for first 2 points of the season for Healy in that game. They win 6-5 against Colgate. But that goal obviously just jumps into center ice, finds that loose puck, toe drag, and then just like, but the puck basically touching his toe just went absolute shelf. He's got so much skill. Again, probably a long-term, like he's like a hopeful long-term project type prospect, likely to make the NHL. Who knows? He's got to show a little bit more of just like a NHL well-rounded game to make it. But like he's got a ton of skill. He skates really well. He's very fun to watch. I remember watching him in the USHL. It was like, I don't think the kid has ever like stood still in his entire life. Like, there were so many times where he would just take the puck and literally skate it around the zone in a circle. Like he'd take 3 laps before finding someone backdoor or just like saying, fuck it, I'll shoot it myself. But he's a ton of fun to watch. But that goal was just the epitome of Ryan Healy just like jumping into open ice, finding a loose puck, and then just walking someone and going shelf. So shout out to him, first goal and assist. So that's 2 points now in the first 4 games, averaging right around 20 minutes a night. Very fun player.
Yeah, it's not like a lot of guys on Harvard are really popping right now anyways.
No, they had, so a couple of years ago, they were pretty good or really good. They were like a top 12 team or so. And then like half of their team either transferred or went to the NHL. So they have lost a ton of guys. When Matt Coronado left, that was rough for them. So,
bro, this Milan Hajduk's kid's on the team.
So is Marty St. Louis kid. Marty St. Louis kid is a stud. He's so fun.
Kid looks exactly like his old man. It actually is hilarious.
He's a monster.
Oh,
I went to Harvard last year. I went to Harvard versus the USN TDP team, like an exhibition. I think Hajduk like killed like 5 guys. Like he
looks like he's like 30 and he's 21. Like he looks 30. Like if his hairline was bad, you'd honestly think he was like a man, not a kid.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, he runs around hammering guys, but
that's crazy. Like Milan Hajduk's kids like coming up now, man. We're getting old.
I know. That should do it. I think maybe we can actually do potentially a full thing for the draft next week. We're already an hour and a half in.
All right.
And I'll actually have time to put together like a top 32. I keep getting to like 15, 16, and I'm like, wait, no, I want to move someone up 6 spots.
It's like us with our prospect rankings every year.
Literally every time. Last year, like the day before the draft, this past summer, literally the day before the draft, I was like, all right, hold on, I'll try to fucking put together a top 32. I was like, fuck it, we're doing top 50. Like what I said.
I got one hockey fight.
Oh, okay, great.
Imagine there'll be a bit of a handbags here, and then,
I just love the UK shit, man. They just
there you
go fucking
Gretton and Salisbury to Spadafor and Bowering.
So straight away.
You thought it was gonna be those guys. It was like a fucking bait and switch.
3 punches from Spadafor.
Hold on. Let's watch that again. So watch these guys first, and then it goes back to the.
And Salisbury to
we got 2 for 1
and
here.
Bowering.
So straight away. I've got my eye
on
there. There's Bowering's down.
Spadafor.
So then here we go, guys.
Gretton and Salisbury.
Oh!
Bombs being put in. Salisbury, goodness me.
Goodness me.
2 of them.
Oh, God, I love this shit.
Fortunately, no one that just listens to this, like, the only people still listening are the people that are actually like sitting here watching. But
yeah, I just cut it out last time when I was editing the audio, and all you hear is "Oh, that was so sick" from me at the end.
I like the idea of just like people that are still listening. They're not. You have no idea what's happening in the fight. You just hear each. Oh, God, that psyched him out. Thought it was the other guys. No, it was those 2.
Hey, you hear some good English commentary too.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Here's some good English commentary. Blimey.
Oh yeah.
Goodness me. I've never heard goodness me in a hockey game. I'm not gonna lie.
That's true.
I gotta start listening to some of what the UK guys said or say, because I'm sure they got some fucking zingers. Them witty bastards. All right, that's it. Oh, it's bedtime, boys.
Did the thing.
Good night.
Yeah. So I mean, next week we will obviously. We'll see how much we want to talk about how the Wild games went, because again, this schedule is going to be rough. But again, we'll do more. I think it makes the most sense to try to do an abbreviated prospect roundup, and then we can do potentially a full top 32. Maybe cut it off. Depends how it
we'll aim for top 32, top 15 at minimum.
I'll commit to a minimum top 20.
Oh, there you go. And then, his desk will be moved.
And then like 47 honorable mentions for the top 20. I'll have more honorable mentions than I have players ranked.
Dude, I hear you on that one. I always put together like fight highlights for my channel every week, and I do 10, and I have 5 to 10 honorable mentions. I'm like, I should have just made a top 20. What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
All right. We're back
That'll
next
do it.
week, guys. I think I'm back next week. If not, thanks for having me, guys, on the show.
Yeah, dude. I assume that you'll be here. I think probably another.
I mean, I know you guys are gonna miss all the hockey fights when I'm gone, but I'll still send them to you.
Of literally just noises from Isha reacting to them, but not describing what's happening in the fights.
I mean, I feel like the commentary is doing a pretty good job.
Fair enough. All right.
On the last one, anyways. On the last one, those ones that people are taking them from their phones. Not so much.
Yeah.
Not so much.
It's actually going to be. We're going to abandon everything we just said. Next week is literally just going to be Isha describing hockey fights. That's going to be an hour and a half.
I can do
2 hour
top
long.
20 hockey fights. You just give me the
All
green light.
time. Yeah.
All time would be tough because like a lot of the best ones were like old school NHL, and the NHL just will 100% shut us down. But
Yeah. No, they don't like anything. They
they
really
don't
don't.
like men's leagues fights either because YouTube thinks men's leagues fights is assault.
Yeah, apparently.
So they categorize it as not sport. Yeah, I can show elbow, Muay Thai knockouts or literal broken arms, and it's chill. Hoppy's literally texting me to end it, Mateo. So